Hello, welcome to our 20s...
Maughter Podcast.
Maughter Podcast. Our 22nd episode of...
Maughter Podcast.
My name is Claudia. I am mother. This is Polly. She is daughter. We're going to change, like, stingy tone kind of thing. So I feel like I'm losing my voice because... we're at Polly's house. And I'm allergic to... cats. Podcasts. I need my sound machine. I can't believe I lost it already. I
have 2 kids.
I had it for like 2 days. Oh, snap. I have 2 kids only. You just said that means you're not my kid then.
2 kids at your house. That will destroy everything. Duh.
You kind of destroy everything too when you're an adult. Duh.
No.
Yeah, lost my sound machine. So my birthday's coming up. So if you guys want to buy me like a sound machine, I won't say no to it. Yeah. Anyways, I'm kind of congested. I apologize. I'm not as coffee, just more congesty-ish.
Nasally?
Yeah, nasally. That's the word. And I feel like I'm losing my voice. I don't sound as...
Holy lispy.
Lispy. Anyways, today we're going to be discussing...
Not Ian.
Yeah. So we're looking for conversation things that we can talk about on our podcast. And Ian's like, let's talk about me. And we're like, okay. So, first off, before we forget, shout out to
Ian.
And
Carla.
Who never comments, by the way. Like, what's up with that?
Not anymore.
Yeah, she don't love us no more. Sigh.
I apologize. If you hear this noise...
That could be one of our sounds. Sorry. Okay, that is not a guess the sound.
That's the guess the sound.
No, it's not.
Okay, that is Riley's tablet case. Because I'm using her tablet because I can't find my laptop.
So, today we're covering...
horror movies based on true stories.
True stories, that's what it was. So, the first one we were thinking about, which we've covered, is Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yeah. How do you say it?
What?
Say that again. Say it to me.
The Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
I feel like I say it different. Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
So that is based on Ed Gein.
Holy.
Oh my goodness, you're mean.
Ed Gein. Yes, who we already covered.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was based on him in the sense of...
the skin wearing and the...
a nipple belt?
Yeah.
I wonder if he had a nipple belt in that movie.
I don't know.
We should look into
I haven't seen that movie in so long.
I know.
Anyway, next movie.
Okay, so we're going to pick 2 movies that we're going to discuss as how they're related to...
how they're based on a true story.
Yeah, I feel like I'm a little slow today. The first movie we're going to actually discuss is Annabelle, right?
No, we're going to talk about Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh,
first.
my bad. Sorry. We'll edit that out. Just kidding. We're not going to. That's too much work. So the first one we're going to talk about is Nightmare on Elm Street.
Excuse me.
That was based on a true event?
Yeah, it was kind of.
So I'm going to move my feet now because I feel like I'm going to get a little scared and creeped out.
It's not scary.
No?
No, it's not like there's... No.
Like there's a guy for real life?
For real life?
For
what
real
is
life.
this, Bluey?
I'm sorry. We watched Turns Blue in my house.
Okay, so Wes Craven was the...
They're smiley.
Yeah.
Sorry. Polly has these treats that she got from Boat Barn. They're like sour dot
They're
thingy.
sour poppers.
They're sour poppers. But I just told what? And I just noticed there's a smiley face on him.
Yeah, all of them have
I
that.
had no idea until now. I'm like, there's a piece of sugar on here. Okay, sorry. Back to Nightmare on Elm Street.
Okay, so Wes Craven is the director.
Oh, is he?
Right? Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Craven said that he was struck with inspiration for the Dream Killer when he found an article in the LA Times. The article was about a Cambodian family who came to America to escape mass genocide in the killing fields. They made it to the United States, and all was fine until the young boy in the family was terrified to sleep because he felt that if he slept, he would be killed by something chasing him. He forced himself to stay awake for days at a time, and eventually he died in the middle of a nightmare.
Like, in real? For real?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. There were 3 other articles about unexplained deaths of those from Laos, Cambodia. None of the articles connected their deaths together, even though they were all eerily similar.
Really?
This isn't the first case of Southeast Asia refugees dying in their sleep, however. Many young men in the country of Laos were falling asleep to their deaths due to a fatal ailment. This was eventually named Sun-Explained Nocturnal Death Syndrome, so SUNS. The ailment affected young men between the ages of 20 and 30 from the Hmong ethnic group who were persecuted in Laos after they were recruited by the CIA and agreed to fight the North Vietnamese in the Vietnam War. Between 1978 and 1981, there were 13 nocturnal deaths of Hmong young men recorded.
Wow.
According to the LA Times, 90% of those deaths occurred between 10 p.m. and 8 a.m. During 1981, so that was between 1978 and 1981.
Okay.
1981 alone, 26 men died for the same reason.
What?
Yeah. Many victims were found dead.
He said victims.
Victims?
Sorry.
Many victims were found dead. But if medics arrived in time, the men were found with their hearts contracting obscenely fast.
Wow. So they were literally scared to death.
Yeah. That's what it seems like.
That's crazy. That's insane. Yeah. And that's where he got the idea from.
And I always believe that if you die in your sleep, you die in real life. Because I've had a dream where I was falling off a building.
Yeah.
And I woke up right before hitting the ground.
Because you always do, don't we? Like
that. Those. Sorry, that's just my thing over there. Glad you got scared.
Oh, there's a sound that's like.
Those like little when you're in between, like falling asleep and REM sleep.
Yeah.
When you like trip up the stairs or something. Yeah.
I've had that happen.
That's different. This is when you're in REM sleep, fully dreaming, and you wake up from a deep sleep like that. But if you don't wake up, then you're dead. Yeah, so...
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a lot of deaths, though.
I know. And all from guys between the same ages from the same region.
Do you think it's the way they're genetically born, or
that's what I think. Like there must be something that's like mutated.
Yeah.
Where it gives them like a heart defect.
But why only males? Is that weird too?
No, I think. Well, males and females are like genetically different, right?
Yeah.
So, when, like, if it's like you always hear about like certain things being worse for men than it is for women, or vice versa, right? So, I mean, maybe it did happen to a woman; they just didn't.
Can you imagine like having to worry about your child between a certain age because something could happen to them when they're being born to like a certain age, and then now you got to worry about your child being 20 to 30 that they could die in their sleep? Like, I feel like that's like it's another added thing that parents have to worry.
SIDS and sons.
Yeah, like that's crazy. Okay.
Yeah, so that was the inspiration for The Nightmare on Elm Street.
That's crazy.
And the character, the actual Freddy Krueger, was based on a homeless guy that Wes Craven saw, and he was so scared of him, the way he looked, that's how he wanted the character to look.
You think that guy got rights to money and stuff like that because of his looks and stuff?
No.
Oh.
He was just some random guy.
I'm just saying.
But he probably had, like, burns, right?
Yeah. That's interesting.
Any burn guy, hey, I want my money!
Stop. That's crazy. Okay. Sorry. Okay.
Okay.
So the next one we said was Annabelle.
Claudia just found out that it was a Raggedy Ann doll.
Well, because the doll at Annabelle is a regular doll, like a kid's doll, like our.
Yeah, so it was a Raggedy Ann doll.
But Raggedy Ann's was a stuffy, like she was just like a plushie kind of.
She was a doll.
But she was a plushie doll. There's different things. When I think of dolls, I think of like so I have this doll.
Baby dolls.
Well, okay,
Dolls.
I think of Annabelle as the red doll that I have at home. So the doll that I have at home is one of those hard plastic ones. I got it when I was obviously very little. She's a hard plastic.
Scary as hell.
She's not that terrifying.
She has, like, no hair.
It's back in, like, the very old days. She's got plastic legs, plastic bodies, and the plastic legs don't bend, and the arms don't bend, so she just sits down, her legs are, like, wide open, and she's a big staple holding her together. So Maria's like, what's wrong with her vagina? And I'm like, it's not, it's just a doll. It's how they put it together. She's got, like, a head, obviously, and it's got, like, the yarn hair that's right in the middle, because her hair was in pigtails. But when I was little, I wanted to be creative, and I cut her hair. That's why she's a little bit bald in some spots.
She's very bald.
She's not very bald. It's her hair's not done right. I will do her hair nicely.
She's still gonna be scared.
I had her in Alejandro's room, and Alejandro fell asleep. And the next day, he's like, Mommy. I'm like, yeah. And he's like, can you take your doll out of my bed? It's scary. I'm like, what? And the doll the whole time was sleeping in his bed.
I would poop.
I'm going to put it in your room the next time you come over. I'm going to put it in the front door. Your bedroom down.
I'm going to kick it across the house.
Don't.
Well, then don't do that.
Well, that's the doll I think of when I think of Annabelle. And not like a stuffy.
Yeah. Well,
it's different.
She's a Raggedy Ann doll.
Okay, anyways, that was my whole point.
It's more comfortable for the demons to live.
Yeah, exactly. At least mine has hard plastic, you just throw it at it. It's not as scary. Okay, so tell me about Annabelle.
Okay, so the real story of the haunted Annabelle doll begins in the 1970s. In 1970, a mother purchased a vintage Raggedy Ann doll named Annabelle as a birthday gift for her daughter, Donna. Little did they know that this innocent-looking doll would soon become the source of both fascination and terror. Donna was a student nurse living at college with a roommate, Angie. She took the doll, thinking nothing of it. Things began to get weird soon after. Supposedly, Annabelle started to mysteriously move around Donna's apartment. She left peculiar messages on parchment paper, even though Donna didn't have any parchment paper in her possession.
What?
Some of the messages were directed at a friend of Donna's, Lou, who hated the doll. He sensed something seriously off about it. Perplexed and concerned, Donna sought out a medium for help. They made a chilling revelation. According to the medium, Annabelle Higgins, a young girl who tragically passed away at 7 years old, was believed to possess the doll. Donna and Angie both felt uneasy. They were caring and compassionate nursing students, so they decided to allow Annabelle to stay. It wasn't long, however, before the situation took a horrifying turn. Allegedly, one day, Annabelle attacked Donna's friend Lou. This was the same friend who Annabelle directed her cryptic notes to. She attempted to strangle him and left what looked like claw marks across his chest.
Was he awake?
He knew it was her.
So the doll just got up and started walking towards him?
Yeah.
No!
It wasn't... It was a demon.
What? Actually? This doll actually got up and started climbing on his...
That's what is alleged, yes. They feared for their safety. They were unable to comprehend the strange occurrences. Therefore, Donna and Lou reached out to a priest. This priest contacted paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren for assistance.
Sorry. Why don't you get rid of the doll?
You can't.
How? Why?
It's attached to you now.
Burn it.
It's not that easy. If you burn it, the demon could escape and go into something else.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I mean, oh my gosh, I'm terrified. Not like, oh my gosh, it's ridiculous. I mean, I'm scared now.
Donna and Angie accepted the aid of the Warrens. They knew they needed someone more experienced and knowledgeable about such strange and threatening circumstances. The Warrens quickly realized that the doll was not merely haunted by a ghost. They deduced that she instead harbored something much more sinister, an inhuman and malevolent spirit. According to their assessment, the doll acted as a conduit for a demon. They said it was demonically possessed, and its target was Donna. To address the escalating danger, the Warrens decided to perform an exorcism on the doll. Their attempts to free Annabelle from the demon's grip proved unsuccessful at first. Undeterred, the Warrens took custody of the doll. They recognized the urgent need to contain its malicious influence. They placed Annabelle in a bag and embarked on a cautious journey home. They avoided highways to minimize the risk of any further interference from the malevolent force. As they traveled on back roads, the Warrens encountered a series of harrowing incidents. The car's engine malfunctioned, power steering failed, and even the brakes posed a challenge. Fearing the demon's interference, Ed resorted to sprinkling the doll with holy water. This provided a temporary respite from the disturbances. This eerie episode underscored the powerful grip the demon had on Annabelle. It left the Warrens acutely aware of the dark forces they were dealing with. After acquiring the doll, the Warrens realized that Annabelle's presence was too powerful to be contained within their home. They recognized the doll's capacity to evade locks and wreak havoc. Therefore, the Warrens constructed a custom case to confine Annabelle's influence. Annabelle found itself in a new home. She was put in an exhibit in the Warrens Occult Museum in Monroe, Connecticut. Visitors to the museum were met with a chilling warning that taunting the doll was not without consequences. Numerous individuals who dared to disrespect Annabelle faced alarming fates. Many had near fatal or fatal accidents shortly after leaving the Warrens' presence. Yeah.
So, didn't you say like it would be attached to that person? So, how did it not be attached to Donna after that? Like once they took it away from her, right? How did that work?
Probably because it was exorcised.
Is that the word?
Yeah.
It's exercised.
What do you want me to say? Exorcismed?
I don't know, that one's weird. I'm not saying it's not true. I'm just saying that's weird.
Well, why would a nursing student have to lie about it?
No, I mean, I think it's weird in the sense that it didn't, right? So these people were like experts and whatnot, and they took the doll, they tried an exorcism, it didn't work, and then they just like bottled it up in a new home, which contained her craziness in there.
Yeah.
Screw that. Imagine accidentally being like
glass that they used
had to be like tempered glass.
No, the glass that they used, for her case, because it's handmade, right?
Yeah.
They made it with old church windows.
Oh.
So it's a holy place.
You think she's like dying and screaming inside?
The child, maybe.
Oh, that's so sad.
Well, you gotta think the demon is using her.
So the child is never gonna go away.
Or, I don't know if there is a little girl, or if the demon is pretending to be a little girl.
So, is that exhibit still there?
Yeah.
Like right now?
Yeah.
So, would you go?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I'd be too scared.
I wouldn't disrespect her, though.
What does it mean? Like, you could go look at her and be like, oh wow, that's great, that's amazing, like that's a like beautiful doll, and that's it, kind of thing.
Yeah, just go admire her, and then.
My dad would be like, I want to take her home. I'd be like, no.
No, there was I was watching Ghost Adventures.
Yeah.
And they actually made a deal with the Warrens' nephew, who is the owner of their museum and stuff now.
Okay.
And they made a deal with him that they could do like an episode where it's just Annabelle, and they took her out of her case, and she was brought to another location, and the nephew, he's very serious about it because it's a scary doll, right?
Yeah.
So she's in a bolted case. He took her out with gloves that had holy water on them.
Yeah.
And placed her on a chair, and he's like, don't touch her. He's like, I don't care what you do, don't touch her.
Yeah.
And he touched her.
Who
on
did?
Purpose. Zach, the main guy. He just wanted to see what would happen. And he disrespected her. And so that night, when they went out for dinner, like the whole crew, they were at a restaurant and they were sitting outdoor on a patio, and their cars were like right beside them. All of a sudden, it just started pouring rain, and they were about to stand up and go inside, and lightning hit their car. And this was all caught on camera.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that was totally her. Like, they were sitting right beside their car that just got hit by lightning.
So, did they have to put the doll back, obviously, and they took it back home kind of thing?
Yeah. Eventually, the guy was like, "Kate, you're not respecting her.
We're done.
Taking her home."
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's good that he's
like,
serious towards it, because it's not a joke. For him, it's not a joke. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There was, I remember hearing stories about, like, people who disrespect her, and also Robert the doll, which I brought up.
Robert the doll? Sorry?
Yeah. Which I brought up in regards to Child's Play.
Oh, yeah.
Being based off of him.
Mm-hmm.
Because he, like, moves and stuff.
And what's this Robert doll?
I'll show you a picture. He's a cute little doll.
Okay.
But there was a guy that was, like, making fun of him. Because he's in a glass case at a museum.
As well?
Yeah. And on his way back home from the museum, he got into a motorcycle accident and died. Yeah. I'll show you Robert.
That was the doing of the doll?
They think so. Because he was making fun of him.
That's crazy.
Okay, ready to see him?
He's not cute. He's terrifying.
He's cute.
He's not cute. He's terrifying looking.
No, he's not.
He looks like... Well, he's not terrifying. What's wrong with
Look,
his
he has
face?
a little bear. He's a little sailor. He's old.
Let's see his face a bit better. Sorry, we're going to post this picture on the podcast. He looks terrifying.
He's not. I think he's a little cutie pie.
No. I like Annabelle better. I thought, like, Raggedy Ann and Raggedy Andy were just, like, regular little Raggedy dolls.
Nope.
And why would you name her Annabelle? Like, I just thought maybe it was just, like, they're all Raggedy Ann.
No, Annabelle, like, was her name. Like, that was given to her.
Instead of Raggedy Ann?
No, like, somebody named her Annabelle.
So if you get a vintage doll, are you going to buy it for this Raggedy Ann doll?
Yeah.
I'm going to be like, nope.
There was, at the... whatchamacallit? At the antique shop in the mall. There was Raggedy Ann and a Raggedy Andy.
Yeah. How much were they?
Like $80.
For each?
Each.
Wow.
Yeah.
What would you do with it? Keep her in a case?
No. She's not possessed.
You don't know that.
Well, you'd find out pretty quick. So
That's true.
if she started writing on parchment and I don't have parchment, then yeah, we have a problem.
They stole it from my house.
It doesn't know how to write yet.
That's true. That's true. That's crazy. What's another one that was rated off or made from a true event thingy?
So, I also want to talk about Blair Witch Project.
Okay.
I don't think it's based on a true story because it was just like a film festival hit.
Okay.
But you know that like most of it was improv.
Right.
Like so improv that all the acting wasn't acting.
What do you mean?
So the camera crew, like the crew, the director and everything, would meet up with the actors. There's 3 of them, right?
Yeah.
Would meet up with them, tell them what they have to do for the day.
Yeah.
Give them a thing of food to share and say, go. And they would improv it.
Mm-hmm.
But every day of shooting, they would get less and less food. And certain actors would get certain things to do, like, oh, go wander off and don't tell anybody where you're going.
Oh, weird.
The scene where there's like jumping on the tent and stuff, nobody knew that was gonna happen.
So who was jumping on a tent?
It was true fear.
Who was jumping on a tent?
Well, probably the crew, but the actors didn't know it was gonna happen.
Oh, okay.
They didn't know They didn't know anything. And they were getting more and more frustrated in real life because they had less and less food. They
Was
had
that
to
on
ration.
purpose?
Yeah. It was to make them...
Go crazy a bit?
Yeah.
Wow. That's kind of crazy and weird.
I know, but it made a good movie.
I guess.
Because it was based off true fear.
Yeah, that's true, I guess. That makes sense. But still weird. Like, yeah.
Excuse me.
Okay. That was interesting, weird, and, like, odd things.
You're so eepy this episode. We took, like, a nap break in between.
I'm a little bit tired again today. So Polly's bed and her house just makes me very tired for some weird reason. And I was falling asleep.
So comfy.
And I'm like, oh, Polly, because, like, Riley got up. I'm like, oh, you should go check up on Polly. And she's like, I'm going to be right back. I'm like,
Check up on Polly.
And Riley. She's like, I'm going to check up on Riley. I'm like, okay. I'm like, I'm just going to lay here and fall asleep for a bit. Like, I'm physically, my eyes, like, falling asleep, closing. I'm so tired right now.
You spit on me.
And see how tired I would care. I'm like, wow. Okay, so with that note, we are going to say goodnight. No, I'm just kidding. Goodbye. I hope you guys had a good Easter, by the way.
Actually,
we have to tell you what our sound was. Last week, our sound was...
Claudia biting a Kit Kat.
I was biting a Kit Kat. And I had to, like, spit it out because I can't chew it because you guys would know what it was, right? This is the next Guess This Sound. I think you're gonna get, like, one chance to do it. Okay, wait, that one didn't work. Hold on. Okay. Okay, let's see if this one is. Okay, that's all I guess we got.
That's all you get.
Yeah, it's like, okay, this is the last, second hit. Ready? No, that won't work. Hold on. No, that won't work either. There. We're going to check if you can hear it.
Figure it out.
You're going to leave it at that?
Yeah.
Okay, it's a very, very faint sound. We tried very hard. That was a good one. We're not redoing that one.
I think I can... Yeah.
That's it. So you got 2 small hints and 1 big hint. It's basically the exact same sound thing. You know what I mean? Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. Okay, that was a sound. Last week was a Kit Kat me biting into a Kit Kat. Me biting into a Kit Kat. The sound we just did, guess what it is. We'll let you guys know next week on the podcast. We are doing a podcast next week, right? Because next weekend is my birthday party. My birthday's on Monday. Woo, woo. We had a party on Saturday, so we should be able to do the podcast. We'll let you know what the sound is. And, yeah. Make sure you guys...
Ta-da!
What?
I don't know. I was just excited.
What's that? Cat!
No, I said ta-da.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Come on.
Okay, so don't forget to...
Like, subscribe, comment, share.
Yes, and we will talk to you next week. We hope you guys had a good Easter. We hope you guys have a good week. We hope to hear from you soon.
I don't. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I'm gonna say goodnight. Goodbye. I'm so tired. Okay.
Good night.
I was gonna say,
Night,
okay, bye. Okay, yeah, that's it. That's a wrap. Wrap it up.
Okay.
Okay.
We did our shout-outs? Yeah.
Yeah. We did our sound guess. Okay, that's it.
Okay,
Thanks so
bye.
much for listening. Bye.